all the years that I've wasted trying to find it, all that I go through for my peace of mind. Let it all go out the window, no smoke in my eyes.
Hi there! I know this video is a bit different than the travel scrapbook style videos I've been making lately, but I wanted to share a little bit about this chapter of life, which includes living on my own for the first time ever. I'm 28 now, and I went from living at home to living with roommates in college to living at a staff house working at a year-round summer camp to living with Matt. So this experience of being on my own in a new place at that has been a learning experience, to say the least. As I mentioned in a past video, Matt took a new job at the start of this year, which brought us to New York and has now brought him to work in Europe for about 7 months. So while he is working and exploring and having an amazing time, Nova and I are here holding down the fort and exploring what it is to live on our own. I'm naturally pretty introverted, so the idea of having more alone time really didn't worry me too much. But I knew it would come with its fair share of challenges, like forcing myself to get out of the house, gain the courage to meet new friends, wrangle Nova on my own, and of course, tackling the loneliness that comes with your person being away from home for so long. This new chapter has definitely brought with it all sorts of emotions: excitement, peace, sadness, loneliness. Overall, I'm just trying to view this period of time as an opportunity to grow my independence, my confidence in myself, and to develop some hobbies that I've always thought about trying. I'm hoping that looking at this year through that lens will make the alone time feel less lonely. So if you find yourself in a similar chapter of life, or you're trying to learn how to become more comfortable with being alone, here are some things that I've tried that have helped me embrace my newfound solitude.
I think a big part of accepting and finding joy in times of solitude is finding ways to slow down and enjoy what's in front of you. Cooking yourself a nice meal can be a great way to do that. Try a new recipe or a comforting staple. Eat out of your favorite dish or one you save for special occasions. Maybe eat outside or curled up on your couch, whatever makes you happy. Try not doing anything but really tasting each bite. Totally isolated can feel very different than being alone in a public space. I've always felt comfortable and enjoyed spending time alone in my own space, but being at ease alone among strangers is a challenge for me. I've made it a point in this time of newfound independence to push myself to leave my house and to take myself on some adventures. You could try visiting your local farmer's market, or sit on a bench in town on a beautiful day and have a solo picnic. You could play tourist in your town and check out some local sites. I signed up for a tour of a former estate and spent an afternoon hearing tales of New York high society during the Gilded Age. The former owners of this particular estate were Titanic ticket holders. Luckily for them, they had purchased tickets for the ship's second voyage, which of course never came. I love being transported to another era and imagining all of the stories and thoughts and feelings people had in the same space that I'm experiencing. Finding something to get lost in can make being alone amongst others not feel so daunting. is there a moment where I'm feeling sad or worried that isn't made better by spending time in nature. Sitting in the sun or going for a walk in the woods, breathing in fresh air or watching as the earth shakes itself off and reawakens in the spring, watching the leaves dance or listening to the spring peepers shout goodnight. All of these are reminders that there is magic in the everyday, quiet moments, and sometimes being alone outside is the greatest way to reconnect with it. I often envision my future self and my future life being full of hobbies and skills and things that make my soul excited, like growing food and exploring new, creative outlets. I have come to recognize that in order for these visions to become reality, I have to do the hard part of beginning. And beginning often means being bad at something until you're not. This can be a hard chapter to get through, but it's an important chapter in the book of learning and growing and becoming whatever it is you want to learn and grow into and become. As the days have gotten warmer, I've been diving further into becoming a better gardener. In a past video, I shared the initial process of planting and germinating a variety of seeds. I made some mistakes, like allowing some seedlings to get too overcrowded before thinning, and I still wouldn't consider myself good at gardening. But I've taken big steps from where I was at when I started. I've learned a lot and gotten most of my plants to grow, and I'm excited to keep trying and failing and ultimately getting better at something that makes me happy. I've also been working on overcoming the fear that is putting things I make out into the world and telling people about them. These videos have helped me to realize how much fun it is to create something and share it with others, and so I decided to put myself out there recently and open an Etsy shop. Making things and expressing my creative side make me feel a wonderful sense of joy. A nervous joy, but joy nonetheless. Trying new things has improved my patience, my confidence in myself, and given me things to look forward to in each day. Being alone provides you with the perfect opportunity to devote some time and energy to your passions and interests. Whatever that thing is you've always thought about trying, give it a go. You'll be happy you did. Maybe this last tip is cheating, but if your solo time has left you feeling lonely, reach out and connect with the people in your life who remind you that you're never truly alone. Call up your friend or FaceTime your mom. If you can, plan a trip to see your people, or have your people come see you. Because I had known about this period of time where I'd be living alone for a while before it came, I pre-planned some trips so that I could stay busy and spend time with my family as much as possible. I flew home to watch my sister graduate from grad school. Then she came out to visit me. We explored my new town together, spent time outside, and made good food. These times of reconnecting, whether in person or virtually, for 5 minutes or 5 days, can be the perfect reset in times of loneliness.
Thanks so much for tuning into this video. If you find yourself living alone for the first time, I hope that these tips and ideas make the idea of living alone a little less daunting and a little more exciting. Stay tuned in the coming weeks and months as Matt and I have some exciting travel plans ahead, starting next week when I will be taking a road trip with my mom from Michigan to California. We also have some European adventures coming in September, which we can't wait for, so make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss those. Thanks again for watching. We'll catch you on the next adventure.